Too often, we confuse love with attachment, a state of mind characterized by clinginess, greed, and the impulse to possess. To me, love is a form of generosity. It is an expansive state of mind in which we feel an inner resource of abundance. In love, we are able to access our inner resources of self-care and compassion to understand a deeper and more universal sense of connection and presence. In attachment, as I'm using the word, we feel our vision fixated, projecting all of our expectations for what fulfillment might feel like onto some object of our attention. We become lost in tunnel vision. This use of attachment in Buddhism is very specific and does not exactly match with contemporary psychological analysis of disordered attachment. To love, we must observe and understand the concept of self. Once we have arrived at our understanding, we need to see and apply those values to understand others and see our common grounds. When we practice self-observation, noticing what we are saying, doing, and thinking, we become self-aware. When we are self-aware, we realize that we have choices. When we recognize that we have choices, we become powerful. The power to create healthy relationships is hugely related to our ability to choose words, thoughts, and actions that support loving kindness, clarity, respect, and responsibility. If your target is a harmonious relationship, practice constant self-observation. Pay attention. You may be surprised how often your unconscious choices lead you to the opposite direction from where you want to go. Be mindful to bring your words, thoughts, and actions into alignment with what you want to create. This is much akin to being mindful of what we think, but one step deeper, and perhaps more challenging. Our stories are the unconscious meaning we make from things we don't understand. The problem is that we forget that we are making up the meaning, and we turn this into a belief. We need to be mindful that our made-up stories are not necessarily the same thing as the truth. Again, our presence to our own need to create these stories is the key to our grace and understanding on levels both large and small. So begin to notice what you are saying and doing as you go about your daily activities. Are you being the person you want to be? Are you living the life you want to live? Are you in a loving, caring relationship where you feel seen and heard? If not, why are you putting up with less than you deserve? Everyone deserves to have loving attention, and we all need that kind of attention to thrive and be the best that we can be. Mindfulness allows us to create a sense of expansiveness in the way we look at the world, as it allows us to realize that awareness can be found in any moment. The same is true of real love. We are not lost in a single-pointed fantasy about the object of our infatuation, nor are we overwhelmed by despair. The Buddha taught that the mind will get filled with qualities like mindfulness, like loving kindness, moment by moment, just the way a bucket gets filled with water, drop by drop. Love, like mindfulness and unlike attachment, relies on awareness and presence and creates a sense of expansiveness and freedom. We can allow ourselves to become filled with a sense of connection and generosity towards others, just as the bucket becomes filled incrementally by drops of water. So become aware, pay attention, and be rewarded with a life of understanding, balance, and yes, fulfillment. As always, peace and love, Jim.